unboxed Fox. We're nearly down to taking no amps, look. We're getting there, nearly unknown. Sweet! Once this battery's charged, I'll go and put it in the car and we'll give it a bit of a start up. Battery's in. Back to clear some of the snow in order to get there. I think we're going to have some pretty black snow down there. Anyway, let's see what we actually get. At the start, it's petrol, of course at the start. But it's very temperamental sometimes, this car. Hello, got no lights on the dash. Oh, we have now. Here we go. Frozen belts, that's alright. What I don't like is the bubbles coming up out of there. I don't like that. Still not on all four though. We'll get there eventually. Alright, I'll plug this in and we can see what it's doing when it eventually turns on. There you go, it takes a while. Coolant temperature is 0. Oh no, we're going up. Intake temperature is -2. So we've got -2 on the intake. Bloody hell, that'd be good if we was actually driving, wouldn't it? We're on all 4 cylinders now, by the way. Running on all 4 now. Let's see if we've got any codes. I don't think we will have. Diagnostics. View fault codes. None. Brilliant! We've got no fault codes. We're alright. We're running all 4 now, so I'm going to let it warm up, defrost it all, and then we'll be all right. Right, well we're warmed up. I programmed on my radio again, set all the time and everything. I can't go for a drive though. I would go for a drive, but I can't. Because the last time I went for a drive in this, I was going down the road and I come to a junction, so I was downshifting and I braked at the last minute because I was still going a bit too quick, and then all of a sudden, like, I had no brakes. I was braking, good braking, and all of a sudden, poof, no brakes. I'm like, what's going on here then? And then it was making squealing sounds, and then I heard something went ding, dunk, dunk, dunk down the road. I'm thinking, what's going on here then? Anyway, so every time I put my foot on the brake after that, it was going grinding sounds. So I thought, hang on a minute, I know what's happened here. The pad's worn out, and then it's fallen out. Yep, believe it or not, well, the whole pad hadn't fallen out. You still got the metal bit, you know the metal bit, and then you got the pad, like the actual brake stuff is on the metal bit, isn't it? Well, I've only got the metal bit left. I've worn the pads all the way down. I'm probably going to have to get new discs now as well. Well, at least one on the right hand side. They're front brakes, they are, the ones that are worn out. So, yeah, I got no brakes. And I would still go for a drive, but I don't want to ruin my calipers. I probably already have pushed the piston all the way out and broken the seal, but that's what's happened, dudes. But I don't want to go and risk it even more, so I can't go for a drive. I'd love to go for a drive. This car's fun in the snow because you just go whoosh, whoosh, everywhere. But nah, I can't do that. So I'm just going to let it warm up. Well, it is warmed up, so I'm going to turn it off now and go and start something else. Right then, I'm gonna go and get a bit of petrol and also try and free up this ABS light that we appear to have going on. It's all starting to melt, all the snow's starting to melt now, the temperature's rising a bit. It looks like it's still going to be there. So I'm just going to drive around, get everything warmed up, go and get some petrol on there, get a bit of diesel because we're running out, and see if the fault clears itself, because plugging it in, the fault weren't there. So obviously, you know, that's one of them codes that only goes once you fix the actual physical fault. But we're running at 1 degree today. Everything's starting to melt, snow's starting to go. It's all turned into that horrible slush that you often see. Just went and got some petrol and a bit of diesel. Diesel's 122, petrol's 121.9 now. But my old ABS light has gone. Sweet. I ain't got a lot of snow left now. What everyone's panicking about now, I have no idea. We've got, it's just basically slush now. A bit of ice here and there. So that's all good. Well, it's not all good really, because I like a bit of snow. I think it's exciting, but a lot of people don't for some reason. I don't understand why. What's going on? Stop panicking, people. So there we go. I filled up with a bit of diesel and then did 2.7 miles. Well, actually, to tell you the truth, the ABS, check ABS warning went away pretty much as soon as I got to the end of the road, which is like a couple of meters. But anyway, went and filled up with a bit of diesel, done 2.7 miles, and it ain't come back on, so it was obvious that the sensor was frozen solid. Well, not frozen solid, but frozen, had a bit of ice in it, and that was causing a problem. And as soon as I moved, the ice come away we go. I knew it was going to be simple. You should always ignore things that you think are going to be simple, especially in the cold, because cold causes havoc. Some of you may have noticed that now we are on exactly 200,015 miles. Yes, it ticked over to 200,000 the other day. So I've done over 200,000 miles in this van. Trusty old van, I like this van. You know what I did forget to do though, didn't you? I forgot to put this other bottle of particulate filter cleaner in before I put the diesel in. So I'll have to do that now. That'll be alright. It'll mix around as I'm driving around on Monday. Oh, this one didn't have a paper filter. I thought it'd have a paper filter. It smells like syrup. Done. I know there's something I was forgetting. We've got our petrol. I'll tell you what I've done and why I need petrol in a minute. Hello, I'm Jim, and today I will be your host. Alright, the reason I needed a bit of petrol was because what I'd done was, I don't suppose anyone noticed the other day when I did that video and I cold started all the bikes, started the RM and everything. Well, I knew I'd put Monster in the quad and in the mower, but I didn't realise I'd put brake cleaner in the RM and in the pit bike. Because what I'd done was, a few weeks back when I was cleaning the PW80, do you remember I used a spray bottle and I put degreaser on the PW80? Well, I had brake cleaner in that spray bottle, and I thought, oh, what I'll do is I'll pour that into a petrol can, and then I'll pour it back in later on after I finish using the bottle. But I never poured it back in, I forgot about it. So I've then seen this petrol can and thought, oh, it's full up, it's got stuff in it, I'll pour that in. So I poured it in. Did anybody notice the colour of the smoke that was coming out of it? Out of the RM? It was grey. That's because it was running on bloody brake cleaner. It wasn't until it was leaking out yesterday and I thought, it smells like brake cleaner. That's not petrol, that's bloody brake cleaner. So now I'm going to try and flush it out. I've already had a little I've already put a bit of petrol in the quad, started that up. That's all right, that's not bad. So now I'm going to use this old can and we're going to do a bit of ooh, it smells like pickled onions. Yeah, I'm going to do a bit of a rescue, more of a rescue mission again, and we're going to try and flush all the brake cleaner out of it, because what will happen is over time it'll eat away the seals in the carb and all that rubbish, and we don't want it to be doing that. Plus it's not particularly good for trying to run something on brake cleaner permanently. Now, I know I start stuff on brake cleaner, and you know, you can get things running on brake cleaner and all that because it is flammable, but you don't really want to be running it on brake cleaner constantly and permanently. So I'm going to mix up a bit of petroleum spirit. That should be enough oil in there. Yeah, I'm going to mix up a bit of petroleum spirit and we'll put it in and flush it all through and see how we go. And hopefully we can get it to start. I think that's the reason it took a while to start, if I'm honest. Because it was brake cleaner, not petrol. Not petrols. Anyway, here we go. This can's from the 80s. I found it in a ditch.
About it. Everything about it.
Full up! It's full up! It's full up, look! It's full up, man! Woo! Oh, we love it! Yeah! Look at that! Well, that's that done. I know we've got a bit of a problem, but that's the stand that the RM was sitting on. You know what all that is, didn't you? That's gearbox oil. That is, that's a bit of gearbox oil. We've got a bit of a leak. I know we had a leak anyway. When I bought that bike a couple of years back, it had a leak. Some of the bolts are stripped out on the casing, so I need to get that off and re-tap them threads, put new bolts in, and then we'll be a new gasket as well, and we'll be good there. But I'm just going to ride it for now. Try and find something to ride it. Just ride the hell out of it, man. I've got a little bit of advice, a little bit of tip for everybody. Yeah. Recently, there's a channel that I watch called the Unbox Fox. Now, it's a very small channel. You probably haven't watched it or heard of it. It's only like 100 subscribers or so, but that's not the point. The point is, recently she uploaded a video, and that video had a problem with it. Now, I pointed that out, and she had to delete the video. Now I said, just re-upload it, and she said, I don't think I've got the original. And I'm thinking, you've only just uploaded it like, what, 2 minutes ago, it said. How could you not have the original? I don't understand. Anyway, always keep backups, my friends. I have over 1,500, and I think I've got 1,572 videos on YouTube. I've got over 1,500 videos on YouTube. I think 1,500 or so of them are public. I've got every single one on a backup. I've got a server in my house, an 8TB server, and every single one is on that. Before I had the server, I had them all backed up on an external hard drive, 500 gig external hard drive. Trouble is, 500 gig weren't big enough and that ran out, so I had to get more. But I've got every single video backed up twice. So if I lose one backup, I've got another backup. And if something goes wrong with the video that's on YouTube, if it corrupts, or if something goes wrong with it, or if it doesn't upload properly, I can just delete it and re-upload it. So it's always good to keep backups of your work, otherwise you've lost it. And all that time you spent filming it, editing it and everything, it's gone. If you ain't got the backup, it's gone. I'm afraid the Unboxed Fox learned that lesson, didn't you? So, just a little bit of advice for everyone. You should keep backups of everything. I've got backups of everything. Keep backup of everything. Everything that you care about, keep a backup of it. Because technology isn't very good. You know, technology doesn't always work. So you need to manually think and do stuff yourself. It goes back to that old saying, if you want something done properly, do it yourself. So you can't rely on technology to do things properly, so you've got to keep backups. If you know, you can only go so far though. I only keep 2 backups of videos. I've got the 1 or 3 backups really. No, 2 backups and 1 real one. There's the one that's on YouTube, like the video you're watching right now, this video here. You'll be watching this one. I'll have it backed up on one hard drive. It's also backed up on the server. So if the hard drive goes down, I've got the server one. If the server goes down, I've got the hard drive one. But if they both go down, I've only got the copy that's on YouTube. But if YouTube fails, the server goes down and the hard drive fails, I've lost everything. But there's only so far you can go. There's a line where you got to stop, man. Anyway, that's a bit of advice. Have a good weekend. Or possibly have a good week. I don't know when I'm going to upload this video yet. It might be Monday, might be Wednesday, or it might be Friday. I don't know yet.
Everything about you.